everybody, sorry for the delay. I switched to full screen really quick, because I forgot to test and see if my camera's in a good spot. It's in an okay spot. That's probably better-ish. There we go. Hello! Sorry about that. Bliss is here. Hello, Bliss. How are you doing today? Let me scoot myself on over. I am Sara Mapes, and I am an illustrator and designer from Ohio, and I have been doing paper craft art for the past year. We have done a huge, now at 11-part stream of a giant paper craft from one of my final favorite video games, Final Fantasy XIV. This is one of the EX trials that came out with the most recent expansion. And today we're going to be working on her wings, like big angel wings. So I'm going to kill my light really quick while we're in full screen mode. Pardon my reach. Didn't really do a whole lot. I know. And then we're going to switch places. There we go, so you guys can see. And the reason I killed the light is because I can only get as much darkness as I can at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, but she lights up, and I'm so excited. So, yeah, this is it. This is what we have so far. Who else do we have in the chat? We have Odari and Vanessa, hello, and Gareth. How are you guys doing today? It's good to see you in here. And Dave. Hello, Dave, from the other room. So yes, she lights up. I'm very excited. The reference is above me. Now I'm going to turn the light back on. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay. It doesn't make that big of a difference, but it's enough. So she's not glued down yet, obviously, because we have to finish the wings and everything, but I am super pleased with how she is coming out. You guys can see. I'll put her behind me. Here are the 2 pieces of cloth that are done in layers. Ooh. That guy was supposed to be on a sticky part to prevent it from sticking. There we go. We have those 2. Just gonna put those behind me and pray the cats don't bother them. And then before I like get started, I just wanted to show you guys like the layer that's in there. I know it's really hard to see, but there's that. And then I've attached the wire for the battery pack. I don't have batteries in it yet. It's still on like the little test watch battery, which is that thing dangling from it. And that'll just go behind the canvas so it's nice and hidden like that, but still accessible. And I repainted the background because we all know I messed that up last week. I apologize to the camera. I can't zoom out anymore. Alright, scrolling back up in the chat. Everybody's saying hello. Bliss says I'm good over here, about to make burgers. That sounds delicious. Bliss is also saying I'm excited about the lights. So Daria is saying awesome. Stephen Booth is here. Hello, Stephen Booth. And Gareth is saying I have the lurgy? What is the lurgy? Thankfully not COVID, so I'll sit in the corner over here. Well, I'm glad it's not COVID. I still am unsure if I had it when I was sick. I'm not sure, but I'm glad it's not. I'm sorry you're feeling icky though. Get sure I'm not missing anything else. On that note, we have a lot of streamers in the chat today. I can't really reach to link things with like my computer, like where it's set up based on like where I'm sitting. It's next to me, but it's like a full lean, and then the keyboard's pushed all the way back. And anyhow, Odari, Gareth, Bliss, Vanessa, Stephen Booth on occasion are all streamers, so be sure to go check them out. On that note, we are going to be doing the wings today. So as promised, I printed out the wings at full size. They fit on 2 pieces of paper each, which is why they're taped together. So this is the last thing that we have to do. And I'm excited. I'm kind of afraid, but I'm excited at the same time. Odaria is saying the gang's all here. They are. I also apologize. I have not been around Behance all week because my coworker moved this week. 2 out of the 3 days. And one of my favorite books came out with a sequel, so I've been listening to the audiobook while I've been at work. And we only have like 4 artists total on staff, so being down 1 artist it makes things a lot busier. So I haven't really been able to listen to the book. I haven't been on Behance. But I'm here now, and I have a 3-day weekend. Bless. Let's see, Vanessa is saying I would be scared to do some mistake and then I have to start printing on the Cricut again. Yeah, I was kind of afraid of that too, which is why I bought a bunch of extra paper, but here we are. I have 2 sheets of this paper that I cut the wings out on as extra, so anyhow, what we're going to be doing with these is we're going to use these to lay out the shapes. I hope they printed okay. I didn't actually test before I came in to the stream today. It should, yeah, it's kind of looking like it does. If I could just find, yeah, so like that goes there. They're printed at full size, so as you can see, so I tried to make it easier on myself to lay this out, and there's tons of layers, and I might die, but that's okay. So I say that's okay. It's not. On each one of these little bits, there is a shiny side, which has a little bit of like, the light kind of catches it, you can see, and then there's like a plain side. The shiny side is also textured, like you guys can see there. Oh, this camera is so much better. I've placed the camera in a different place. I'm loving it today. I need coffee. Maybe I don't need coffee because I'm a little wound up because I'm excited, but that's okay. My coffee spilled on my hands. It's fine. This is fine. I'm gonna put the coffee in a different place. I don't want to get water. By water, I mean coffee all over. Wipe my hands off. The struggle. Okay, so we're gonna start by trying to get most of these pieces that go on each side into the correct place, which is going to be a challenge in itself. We'll start with some of these like bigger pieces here. I need to get a napkin now. 1 second. Sorry. 1 sip of the coffee, I tell ya. Okay. Papercraft. Stream. There we go. Okay. There's just some coffee spilled over there, and I just don't want it to like... I don't want to throw a piece of paper on it on accident. There's some spilled behind me too. Dang shaky hands. Anyhow. So what I would like to do is I would like to kind of start to separate. We're going to use this extra tin here to help me separate like each part. I think this was supposed to go on her head, this piece here. But I don't think it quite made it onto her head. I think this one was also supposed to go onto like her head wings. Not that her head wings look bad at all. Goes there. So a little bit of organization here. Just a little bit. And then we can start just like tossing pieces in there as we see that they don't belong. That one probably doesn't belong. are facing the opposite way. I should have, so like lesson learned for the next time that I do one of these paper crafts is I should have had it cut the wings separately instead of them being on all like one layer of colors. I probably just would have saved me some time here and used some time since you all are the ones watching. That one probably goes there. This curved notch has to go down, so. It's all part of the process, right? Maybe. Katarina is here. Hello, Katarina. Stephen Booth says, presumably, as the original is a vector, if you wanted, you could print them and cut life size. You mean like... Ooh, I'm sitting on a colored pencil. What do you mean by that, Stephen Booth? Do you mean, like, cut like this part life size, or... I'm not sure. What you're saying probably makes sense, I just don't understand. Just my life in a nutshell. Just want to start getting these together. I don't necessarily want to separate all of them, if that makes sense. I just want to get enough to get going. How are you doing today, Katarina? I have like a whole pile here, but I'm not worried about that. I just kind of want to get what's like in this box out of the way. It's like a nifty little puzzle. By nifty, I mean time consuming. Mercurial is here. Hello, Mercurial. How are you doing today? How was your stream today? I was getting set up for mine and making sure I had everything I needed for my stream. Katarina says, I was literally typing that question to you. I'm doing good. It's always a good day when I can stream. Okay, so let's kind of make sure we get some of these bigger pieces out of the way. That one does go over here. Paper down, paper down. We're good. Okay. Definitely goes over there. I also might, it kind of depends how long assembling each of these wings take. I might only stream assembling one of them and then just stream the other one off stream, depending on how far I get this weekend. I would like to be able to finish the whole thing, but that might just, it might not be possible to finish like the whole thing this weekend, so we'll see. Say these both go over here. Okay, I think this is okay for right now. Maybe? I don't know. I did not think to do this before the stream started. Otherwise, this would have been my life before the stream. Okay, give me this little guy so we don't start flinging stuff all over the place. And I will leave these little bits here to kind of work out as I go now. Let's start putting some wings together. See, Katarina says, am fine, a bit sleepy. And Stephen Booth is answering my question and saying, just a random thought, like those life-size stand-ups you can buy of fantasy carriers or fantasy characters, they're quite often made, oh, I see what you're saying, as promotional materials for shops, like the big stand-ups that they have. Okay. You know, in theory, yes. Probably like a life-size version of Hydaelyn, or like just a life-size version of like the wings. Either way, the cricket cuts pretty big. I want to say the widest it can go is 12 inches, so a foot. And then it can go as long as you technically want it, to an extent, because you have to get like a cutting mat for it, and the cutting mats only come in certain sizes, if that makes sense. But yes, you could do it. It'd be a lot of work, but yes. Mercurial is saying, I started an hour late for my stream. One little setting in OBS can mess you up. I feel that on a personal level. Out of all the troubles that I've had, okay, so we're gonna organize by shapes now. We're gonna move these guys out of the way because I know where these go. Hi, sir. Get out. Go. No, you can't have the paper. Please leave. Oh, go, go, go. I don't know if you can see my cat back there. Probably not. Rotate. There he is. He's hanging out. What are you doing? You can't eat the paper. He's like, I want to eat all of the paper, mother. Please allow me to eat the paper. Katarina says, Nix, hi. Okay, no. Go. I just touched his butt. I don't know if you heard him yell. He doesn't like his one back leg touched. Are you being grumpy now? Yeah. Oh, he's glaring at me. He's like, how dare you touch my butt? He'll be okay. Stephen Booth says, Cat Pilot, and Mercurial is saying hee hee Nix. I don't care that he's up there. I just don't want him to chew the paper. Cats. You know, just cat things. says, "Ah, yes, mother, a challenge. I shall eat the paper." No, Nyx, no, you shall not eat the paper. Sir. Hi. What are you doing? So much paper. Okay, I think we're organized now. Ish. This actually goes. Those. Okay. Let's start building. So we have these big shapes up here, like this portion of the wing. We have those set aside, and I'm gonna leave those over there for right now. I want to be able to start with these really identifiable shapes down here. And then these shapes through here. And then we'll worry about like these single shapes later. Coffee. So, I believe this is how these should go. So we put these in layers so you can kind of see like that. Also, I hope the camera is a little bit more stable today. I set it up different. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. It's like sideways. And then I just adjusted it like on the frame in OBS. Okay, so we need more of those shapes. Also, I apologize, my nose is kind of stuffy today. The weather in Cleveland went from 50 degrees to like 20 degrees, and then it snowed, but also rained at the same time. And then my nose gave up on life. So, that's all I have to say about that, is it just gave up. Oops. This is like a giant, giant puzzle. Do I not have any more of those shapes? Yeah, I do. It was on the other side. I say that like pieces have magically disappeared when that's not possible, because these literally went straight from like getting cut on the Cricut into this bin. Okay, well, let's just... roll with this for right now. I don't see like any more really identifiable pieces in this general area. I think these actually are more as I come down here. That one seems to fit there. Yeah. Actually, I don't know where this one goes. It's like a weird shaped piece. Anyhow. So then these three little pieces here. Stephen Booth says, I think all cats at birth are issued with Marauder's map, and meow translates to I solemnly swear I am up to no good. That is accurate. He's I don't know where he just went, but he's running around like a crazy person right now. Katarina is saying, it's spring weather here. I'm jealous. I wish it was spring weather here. Well, that's a lie, because spring is when my allergies get really bad, so I don't wish that. We just cut straight to summer and I'd be okay. Okay, so there is a full layered wing for one piece. So all that I'll need glued together. This one looks like it's second biggest. Yep. There's another piece. Yodari. I just said Yodari. I don't know why. Odari is saying the same thing happened here. My chronic pain has been off the scale because of the weather. I can't even imagine having like a condition like that when the weather goes nuts like this. I would lose my mind. And Katarina is saying, how do you get the texture? Is the paper like that? Yodari. Yes, the paper is like this. It is, this is basically what, all of Hydaelyn is made out of. And she has like, actually, she's buried under there. I'm not gonna grab her right now. I'm too afraid to like move her continuously. Sir, you better behave. Don't make me fight you. He's staring at Nidalee now like I am going to duel you, Auntie Nidalee. But yes, the paper is textured like that. I have put a piece of paper in this pile. I think that does not go in this pile. Maybe. What shape are we looking for? We're looking for this shape. Curses, everybody, curses. Okay, we'll put that this way. Odari says Yodari, I like it. Well, I'm glad, because I don't know why that just popped out of my mouth. This is also the reason why I said I might only do one wing on stream, because these are just, they're so like complex and difficult. Not that I think that you'll necessarily get bored, but oh, found it. Aha. Okay. So I think what we're gonna do with the wings, because they're also so complex, is we're going to basically put any shading that I want to shade on them after I have like whole bits assembled. So like after all of these are assembled and I have like this whole thing assembled, before I glue like each layer together, I will add the shading and whatnot. Okay, so there's that. Let's start with those shapes. We'll scoot these out of the way for right now. Just don't know. Oh, that goes there. Okay, that does go here. We're gonna put that in there. We'll start with that. Take our handy dandy glue paper here. And then I really don't want to, I don't want to add any more thickness, like layer-wise, than I need to, so that's why I'm gonna glue these down versus putting like a foam sticky between each layer, because I think they're gonna get too thick, and then I'm gonna have like a really hard time trying to like mount them onto the crystal and then mount her onto the wings, if that makes sense. And this is already such a complex piece, I really just don't want to make it like worse than it is in that sense. Last night I was actually playing this game and we went into this farm. I say farm. The term farm basically means you run it multiple times, like you do the duty or the quest or whatever multiple times to try and get like treasure or like loot out of it. She drops like a really cool mount that's a lynx, so you can ride like a lynx around, and she drops really cool weapons like her sword like we did. Let me tell you, some people are just super unfriendly if you make a mistake. I only made like a few mistakes the whole night for a few hours. Okay, so there is. It's all glued together, so it still has some depth. It's just not like super layered, if that makes sense. I got way more glue on this part than I meant to. I really would like to invest into some brush glue versus the glue stick glue. The glue stick glue doesn't have any issue sticking or anything like that. I just think the brush glue might be like a bit cleaner. Nyx is hunting his toy now, right next to my table. Hi, buddy. Hi! What you doing? He says nothing, mother. Nothing. I'm not trying to knock your entire desk over. Never. Don't mind me. Rolling the glue stick along. Okay, so there's that piece. What time is it? Oh, 2:40. Okay, so there's those three pieces. So that is good progress there. Let's close the glue stick so we don't dry it out on accident. Okay. So now let's start with these like sword looking pieces. Or actually, let's continue this bottom row. I'm a liar. Let's start there next. Hey, behave. He's like, no, you have started streaming and you're no longer paying attention to me. I shall not behave. Mercurial, are your cats like this? With paper and like general misbehaviness? Gonna tell Dad and he's gonna come scoop you, take you into office. To what piece goes to what? There we go. Mercurial says, oh yes, Luma especially loves to eat things she shouldn't. Nyx is pretty good about, he doesn't really, he eats things he shouldn't sometimes. But I don't really think that's his goal. I think he just likes to, like, play with stuff he shouldn't. Sid, however, the ferret, she enjoys eating things that she shouldn't. She ate, I used to have a pair of headphones that had, like, little rubber antennas that came off the sides of them. They were Diva from Overwatch headphones. And Sid found them one day and ate the tip off of one of them and then proceeded to vomit for like 8 hours one night. We called the vet and she was fine by the next morning and she passed it. So like the scare was over, but I was just like, could you not? Please? All of you pets, could you just not? Katarina says, my cats are killing me. I have no authority over the younger one. He grew and now he just doesn't dare to attack me. Nidalee, she's in like this little cactus bed that's right behind me. She's rude. I love her, but she's a very rude cat. For lack of a better explanation, she's just rude. You can pet her, but only when she wants to be petted. No other time. God help you if you're a stranger. Oh, Terry says, oh my god. Yeah, ferrets have like really terrible digestive systems. They have to have like specific like kibble. They can't really eat a lot of things like grains, vegetables, fruits. They can't eat anything like that. And then like obviously they're so like tubey and long, they're weird. So whenever they get into something that they shouldn't, you're gonna know because something bad is going to happen. Like Sid, for example. Penny has taken buttons off of the remote before, so now we have to hide the remote. She didn't eat them, she just took the buttons off. My ferret, Vivi, he was my first ferret. He really liked stuffed animal eyeballs, so he would rip the eyeballs off of stuffed animals. Wouldn't eat them, just stuffed animal eyeballs couldn't be on the stuffed animal. Jack Watson is here. Hello, Jack. Jack is another streamer here on Behance. I got no links today again. I apologize. How are you doing today? Katarina says mine just might be evil. Hey, some cats, they just plot to take over the world. I think Nidalee and your cat would probably get along. Gareth is saying... Oh no, Andre is here. Hello, Andre. Sorry. Trying to read the chat. Andre says, made it in the end. Hey y'all, no worries. Say there's plenty of replays for you to watch, or you can just see it on Instagram and Behance projects when it's done, when I finally take good pictures of it. Gareth is saying, for some reason, 3 of ours like chewing cellophane. We have to make sure that anything that goes in the bin, goes in the bin ASAP. Otherwise, you hear a mix between crinkly cellophane noise and purr slurping. It's my favorite when you find them like doing something that you're not supposed to. It's not really my favorite. That's a lie. And you're just like, can you not kill yourself, please? Stop eating that. Like, you're gonna die. Please, just let me take it from you. Please. Speaking of, hey, no. Okay, well, that's gonna have to go up somewhere. Hold on a second. Bequeath you. I forgot to mute myself. Hi, everybody. One painting. Sorry, everyone. So speaking of cats misbehaving, that was Nyx trying to eat the wire on the canvas that turns the lights on. Jack says, sorry I'm late. This has been a mess. I wrote something else and moderation censored it. I love getting modded by the streams on accident. And in the Illustrator Discord. That has happened before too. I don't remember what I said. It was something really silly. It wasn't even bad. And it was just like, nope. I think I got modded in Annika's stream too. And I didn't say anything bad. I just got auto-modded and was like, okay. Isma is asking, have you drawn the thing in the upper left? Yes, so that is my drawing up here. And welcome to the stream, by the way. It's Ishmeet. Sorry, Ishmeet. I did draw that thing in the upper left. I do have her. I will bring her on over really quick. She is paper. So there she is. Here's the rest of her headdress. And you just missed me getting up to go put the background in the office with Dave so the cat would stop tormenting it. But yes, we have drawn her and now we are making her wings. Or not drawn her, constructed her. Paper crafted her. Now I'm being paranoid and she's gonna go up here because my cat is having a time today. Ishmi is saying, amazing! Thank you so much. I worked so hard on this, so that's so good to hear. Jack is saying it wasn't bad this time either. The moderation, I'm glad it's there, but sometimes it's so weird. Katarina says it's so pretty, thank you. It also lights up. Before the stream is over, I will go grab the background again, and I'll lay the whole thing out, and I will, I'll light it up again for the end of the stream. I did, at the beginning of the stream do that. It's also, like, I can only make it so dark in my apartment at 3 in the afternoon, so it's not, like, the full effect. I'm watching you, Nyx. He's like, that's nice. Cats. Oh no! Jack says I'm 99% certain I've lost my wedding ring in the construction nightmare of my life. Just the icing on the cake of my week. I really hope you didn't. You have such a cool wedding ring. I really hope not. I'm so sorry. Quite a few years ago, my mom's diamond fell out of her wedding ring. Just one day, it was just gone. She has a new one. But that really stinks. I'm so sorry. What to say? We start with like these bigger ones here. Yeah. Jack says just such a mess this week, and everyone is telling Jack that they hope she finds her wedding ring. I hope so too. What kind of construction do you have going on at your house? Or not necessarily your house, but sir, please. I know you want to play, and I would like you to play. Here, go get your toy. He plays fetch with me, by the way. So. Yes, he brought it back. Hi, I can't play with you right now, though. He says, well, then why did you throw it, lady? Mercurial says, I once flung an important to me ring down an elevator shaft. It just flew right off my hand and bounced on into the tiny gap. That is terrible, and I am so sorry. I've lost 2 special rings in my life. One was from my grandmother, and it was like a little pinky ring that she got me when I had to be like 5. And when I was finally old enough to start wearing it, I wore it and it fell off my pinky when I was like walking to school, and I never found it. And then going into the office where I work, my mom got me like a crisscross like ring for my birthday, and we got matching ones, and that also fell off my finger. That was a few years ago. So I like ripped apart work, not really, but I was losing my mind trying to find it. Oh, the maintenance people found it and got it back to you. That's amazing. That's so good. Can you, sir? Sir. Hi. Hi, give me your belly. Give me your belly. Come here. You want to come say hi to everyone? No. What you doing? What you doing? He's just over here shaking the whole table. Don't mind him. Cat things. Jan is here. Hello. How are you doing today? Thanks for popping into my stream again. We're working on the wings. No. He says, I'll teach you to tell me no. Not really sure. There's like longer sections and then shorter sections of these. Just gonna lay them all next to each other like this. I say this so surprised, like I'm not the one who did this to myself. Okay. Jack says, my last resort will be vacuuming to see if the cat batted it somewhere around the house. I hope that's the case and it's just like, maybe under a couch or something. Gareth is suggesting put some tights around the end of the Hoover so it doesn't get sucked up. And Jack says, Gareth coming in with the smart tips. That is a very smart tip, actually. Okay, let's just start constructing these pieces here like this. I don't care if it's an exact match, I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't really need to be an exact match. These pieces just have to like fit roughly into the same place. Okay. There's a match. This one looks really thick. Maybe it goes to this one. Yep. Oh, I have my work cut out for me with this. Let's see, coming back to the chat, we have Millie. Is that how you say that? Hi from Turkey. Have a nice day. Hello. Thank you for joining. Hello from Ohio. And we also have Herbert that says hello from Chicago. Hello, Herbert. Thanks for joining too. Might be missing a piece here. Makariel is saying cat's doing cat things. Yes. And Jack says the upstairs is a converted attic and never had a floor, so we're getting the floor and the stairs. But the upstairs is also where my office is, so I've had to keep moving rooms with my laptop. Oh, I did see your picture on Instagram. Jack says, I mean, it's a floor, but it's like an attic floor. Yeah, I get it. It looked really nice from what I saw. This one goes to this, maybe? Nope. Has to go to that piece. Yeah. We could just pair all these up and get them glued. We'll be in a happier place, I think. There we go. Jack says, yeah, the pic I posted. Well, I hope that it's in that area somewhere. we're done with this section of stuff. We are, however, missing 1, 2, 3, 4 of these shapes, which have to be, they have to be in here. Sorry, I'm just gonna put that here so you guys can kind of see me shift through this a little bit. Again, I wish that I had planned this part a little bit better, but you know, learning. Can't know everything the first time that you do it, so. Okay, well, I can't find them for right now, so they might honestly not even exist. It's been so long since I put this together. Let me just take these 3 pieces. I'm gonna scoot them out of the way for the moment. We'll just put them up there so I know where they are. We'll get these glued. And then we'll worry about finding those, because I don't want to spend the whole stream just looking for that, you know? Glue stick. There it is. Oh, Nyx is finally settled. He's looking out the window at his birds. We have a tree right next to our living room / kitchen window. And him and Nidalee have birds out there that they like to watch that I'm sure if they could get a hold of, they would have a great time. What time is it? 3:06, not bad. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I promise we're scooting along pretty good. Or faster than I expected, I should say. See, we have, is it Aras in chat? Araz? Let me know. But they say hello. Hello. Thanks for popping into my papercraft stream today. We are making what is in right above my camera. That is what we are making. We are working on the wings. The rest of the piece is done, and I will show it again at the end of my stream here. Okay. There is a good portion of those. I will hold one up in a minute. Just pick a big one. Oops. So you guys can kind of see the shape we are trying to make here. Okay. So we still have these pieces here that I cannot find matches to. And I will need to do that before I can assemble the whole wing, unfortunately. Sir. Hi. Relax. He says, no. I'm a cat. I don't relax. I just don't think that I might not have, oh, no. I might not have cut pieces for those. Like, it's kind of looking that way. Like, I don't see, it's this shape that I need, but there aren't any that are facing this way, which is the correct way that I need it to face. So, I don't know. Okay, well, moving on. Pull this guy back over. Okay, so let's very carefully and very slowly so I don't know if this is going to work how I would like it to. I was thinking about putting all of this together with little foam stickies instead, but I don't want them to get super thick. However, I think I might. Let's try. Okay, let's give this a try instead. So I have these little foam stickies that I've been using. They're just like little dots, basically. It's stuck to my nail. Oh no, there we go. Okay, let's give that a go. We can put more on there. I have like 2,000 of these, so I'm not afraid to use them. Let's go with one more. To make sure that there's like enough on here to support each piece that we're gonna glue like this, or stick like this, I should say. Okay, yeah, I kind of like that better with a little bit of depth than it just being stuck directly to each piece. Plus it saves my fingers from gluing anymore and glue getting stuck to my fingers at the moment. Plus, I'm sure this is a little bit more exciting for you guys to watch this part go together than watch me glue down a bunch of paper and sort through paper. Do one more, I think, on this one. Jack says, oh my god, that's a lot of feathers, right? Right. I might glue and or tape sections of them together on the back and then layer them that way. That might make life a little bit easier. I was kind of thinking about that while I was drawing them. We'll see. But I have full on committed to this project, so there's no turning back. Okay, so there's that. I don't think I layered these. I think that's what I ended up doing for this section, because you can't see them anyhow. I just don't think I ended up... Yeah, I don't think I ended up layering these parts. Okay, that makes a lot more sense and makes me feel a lot more better about this. A lot more better. Andre says, yeah, yes, Jack, I was thinking the same thing. Dedicated. I wanted this to look cool. I'm gonna submit it to their Fan Art Friday, or Fan Art Monday they have? I don't remember. I don't get anything for that. It'll just be super cool. People submit all kinds of stuff. Somebody made an entire Lego Alexander, which is another boss from this game, I think. I think it was Alexander. I think they made Alexander, and I think they also made one of the cities in all Legos. Say it was Kugane? I can't remember. I'd have to go look. But that was super cool. Those are just like things from the game. And they showed those off at the last fan fest that they had. You could like submit fan art to win a contest, and the contest was for like in-game items and stuff. And like exclusive items that no one else could get, basically. So that was really cool. I didn't submit anything for that because I was kind of burnt out after entering that Korra contest, and then that kind of sucked because it turned into a popularity contest where you had to have people vote for you like hundreds of times a day to win, and I didn't know that. So we have somebody else in the chat, and I don't know how to read or pronounce your name. I apologize, but hello. Okay, let's kind of scoot those out of the way a little bit. That's the right piece for that. This one looks a little bit better, yeah. I think this one goes on top of that, like this. Yep. Time 3:19. Okay. I think at like 3:45, I'm gonna go get the background from Dave in the office and show everybody again how far I got with this. I mean, we're a pretty good portion away from like completing these wings. I know it doesn't seem like it, but once these big pieces are done, like these are just like single pieces that need to be like fashioned to each other basically, so. That one was really stuck in there. Pick that up. I don't want that to stick out. There we go. The little foam dot was kind of sticking out a little bit too far. Just two more of the section. Yes, sorry. I was making sure the playlist was still on the correct playlist. I get very freaked out sometimes that my Spotify is gonna just roll off on its own and play music that's not stream appropriate. Which I mean, it's set to like repeat the same playlist and shuffle it, so it shouldn't. Just one time it went off on its own, so. This is a very hype song. Good lord. Oh, this one is down here, I believe. There we go. Okay, last one. there's that section. So now we just have these big pieces that we have to fashion down here. We have these top pieces, which should go, I think, like this. Yeah. Okay. Let me move all that to the side. And then I'm gonna take these and do these next. See, once you get down to like this part, it's really not quite so bad. Still a lot, just not quite as bad as it seems. Just gonna try to clear anything that I can see right off the bat that doesn't belong on this side of the papercraft wing. Just narrow down some of this for myself, basically. Okay, cool. Add these. Don't actually know that those go there. I think these do. I basically just made all of these the same size. Yes. Like that. So we're just gonna work directly on here. Like this. You know, I do have to wonder. If it might actually be easier to cut a strip. Let's try that. Vanessa says, I have to go now, Sarah. So tired. I need to lay down, read books. We'll watch the replay. Take care. Thank you for tuning in, Vanessa. Get some good sleep. I hope you have a good read session. And a good night. And I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Okay, so let's do this. And I'm going to reinforce this part of the wing a little bit, I think. For right now, let's just cut this in half. That's just a plain piece of white cardstock that I've been using as like a marker, kind of like post thing. And not that there is really anything wrong with the way that I was doing this, but I wonder if this might be easier for me. If I do this way instead. Bring it up to a point where you won't be able to see it, and then we'll stick the wings to it, each individual feather to it like this. So it's a little bit more stable, and then I'm not depending on like each feather to support the other feathers, if that makes sense. And then I can just trim the edges as needed. Might be a little bit easier for my, oh, we got some dirt on there from my finger. Take this. Scratch that off a little bit. I don't think that'll be very visible anyhow. Just kind of push it. The glue's still wet, we'll just push it to the crease there so that way you won't really see it. But it's probably a sign that I also need to wash my hands. Okay, so there's that. And for the moment, we're going to trim this off. Okay, so those are all like pieced together as one object now. See my ugly little dirt spot. Yana saying bye to Vanessa, and Nick is here. Hello, Nick. Nick says welcome and well met, my brave little spark. Stop it. Stop it. That is what this character, it's a song in the game, for the record. We can all cry together. It's fine. I have that song playing in my house in the game, for the record. Okay, so I think I would like to do the same thing that I just did with this part, but I don't know that that's going to be possible yet. What time is it? 3:33. Perfect. I think I need to glue. Okay, let's hold that. I think I need to glue this section up here as a whole. And I think we can do that kind of like how we just did. I'm gonna immediately go listen to that song now when I leave the stream. Nick says I'm learning how to play it on the piano right now, and I'm not crying. You are. I am crying. Don't call me out. Mom knows best, okay? It is such a pretty song, so that's super cool that you're learning how to play it on the piano. Once upon a time, I knew how to play the piano and the flute. Those times have passed. My headset is crackling. I don't know if you guys just heard that. I sure did. Okay, so there's that to glue down. And then we can worry about trimming that in a minute. I need to go wash my hands. I will be right back again. I apologize. This is the full stream of washing my hands and getting up constantly. While I am up, I will go grab the painting. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. I just realized I was tracking like a lot of dirt through like the dirt that was getting stuck to my hand through the glue, and I didn't want to continue tracking it. So Kareem is here. Kareem says, hello, beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you think so. I'm having a lot of fun making this, so. Okay, let me move this out of the way. It looks like we're missing one of these, which is concerning-ish. But I just don't. There are so many pieces to go through to try and find that one missing piece, and I just don't know that it's... Oh, did I just find it? I found it. Oh. Found it. I was gonna say, I don't know that it's worth it, but there it is. I do not believe that we have a little top guy for it, though. For lack of a better term. Okay, anyhow, Nick is saying now you are the creator. I guess, right? Okay, let's just, for right now, we're just gonna put this guy on here. Hello, glue cap. We're gonna use this piece to get as far as we can. We're just gonna stick that one up through there. Like that. This goes next, I believe. Yes. Actually, two of these. See, that one goes on that top there. Ooh, before I put that one on, that one actually has to go over all of these pieces, so let's, I'd really like to get one of these done before my stream. Oh, am I echoing? Jan says, do you also hear echo, or is it a problem on my computer? I don't know if that might have fixed it. I'm not really sure. Let me know. And I apologize. Sometimes my headset gets funky. these little pieces go in here. I believe that one goes over there. Scoot that aside for a second. Let me actually, I'm gonna grab another piece of this to put those together. I'm like trying not to rush because I don't want to rush, but I also want to get like a good portion of this done. Oh. Quit sticking to my fingers. Silly paper. I just have to adjust this slightly. I will cut out the parts that are showing in there that shouldn't be when this dries. When Nick says I'm not hearing echo, and Jan says I reloaded the page. I think I fixed it. I hope so. I'm sorry if it was on my end. Okay, so there's that little part. And then we have somebody else whose name I cannot read or pronounce in the chat, and I apologize. But hello, and thank you for joining my stream. Oop. We could play a bingo game for how many times I smack the chair. Or smack my desk with my chair. Okay, 3:45. So I think this is almost about as far as we're gonna get. I have everything over there so I can lay all this out. Where have I put? Oh, they're right there. Okay, let's just put this section together really quick. And I think this will probably be the last thing that I am able to do. This will go over that. As such, actually goes up a little more into that. So let me take a very small pair of scissors and we're just gonna cut out that inner piece that doesn't belong. That's probably as good as it's gonna get. Okay. Ooh, I don't know if that will allow me to stick to this or not. There's still a sticker on the back of this paper. Comes off pretty easy. There we go. Actually, now I'm kind of wondering if I want to put some height on that piece. Probably not. Not on that specific piece. Do think we're gonna have to cut a piece of masking tape to hold that in place for the moment, though. Just really need this to hold this in place so it doesn't wiggle around and it can dry properly. And you can't see it, so it doesn't matter if it stays there or not. But you can see we have quite a few layers going on here. Acklog is asking for what purpose this project use. So, oh, Jan is also saying, I don't think it was on your end. Okay, that's good to know. My headset has been known to mess up before. Acklog, this is just a personal project. I'm actually gonna yank out the full piece since I don't think we're gonna make it much further. Let me do that really quick so you guys can see. Make sure that I separate all of my pieces here really quickly. And then you guys can also see that this pretty much goes, we'll very sloppily like align this piece really quick. I'm also glad that you think this project is exciting, Nick. I think it's exciting. I'm excited for it. We'll very sloppily just throw these in here like this. And then like that. And you guys can see that like we're layering up. Look at that. Look at how cool that looks. I just need to get this side in and then it's pretty much done. I'm sad that I ran out of time today. There's only 10 minutes left, but that's okay. So keep in mind with the picture above me that this is going behind the rest of her, this wing here. We just haven't gotten that far in life yet. Make sure that we put all that in there. Provided it will fit. It does. Perfect. So we'll close that tin up. Make sure I don't lose anything. It'd be a disaster. When the cat ate the background for that one paper craft that I did for the Bridge Kingdom. Woo! So it's just a personal project. There's not really a purpose to it, so to speak. To move this out of the way as well. Make sure I have room here. Okay, so just took out the camera, I'm sorry. We're gonna move the me camera for a second. Scoot this into frame. Okay, so this is the background. You can see, same as above me. And then we have these two pieces. We're gonna put her a little bit lower. I think we decided, yeah. These two pieces are gonna come off the canvas like that. I know it's kind of getting cut off, but that's okay. And then we have, oh, part of her headdress just fell off. I need to stabilize that. That goes on like around there somewhere. Oh, nope, I'm a liar. There we go. Okay, so there we have it. So, this is the purpose of the piece, is just to create a full papercraft piece of this, drawing that I did, because I really like to work with paper and I like to combine like the traditional and the digital space as much as I can. Since getting my Cricut, I've also just always thought papercraft was super cool. Nick says I'm Commander Shepard and this is my favorite papercraft on the Citadel. This is also my favorite papercraft that I have done. So here we are. Let me kill the ring light really quick, pardon me, and my reach. So we're just gonna kill the ring light so I can get not quite as much light, and then I will light it up again so you guys can see the background lights up. It looks a whole lot cooler when it's actually like dark in the room, but like I said, it's, you know, now 4 in the afternoon and I can't really make it much darker than it is. Also, it's being powered by a little watch battery right now because I don't have batteries for the battery pack. So I don't think it's as bright as it needs to be, but we've made it as far as we could and I'm super excited. So Nick is saying this is so cool and Yana's saying cool. I'm glad you guys think so. She will be like further off the crystal for the record. Like everything will be like height sufficient. She won't be like drooping back into the crystal and stuff. But I'm so excited. So excited for this. The wings will be behind here, so you'll still be able to see like the light in the crystal here and up here. Yeah. So this is as far as we've made it. It's taken 11 streams. Tomorrow will be number 12, and I'm hoping that we get finished basically with it, or as much as I can tomorrow. Not that I'm eager to finish it, but it's been 12 streams. I'm eager to finish it, but I'm not tired of it, is what I should say. Andre saying this will be awesome. I'm glad you think so, and I'm so excited. Acklog says I really love the background color and the light. Thank you so much. I'm very excited over it. And Stanzen says it's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. I've worked super hard on this, so I'm very happy with the result. On that note, I think we're gonna wrap up today because there's nothing more that I can do on stream in my 2 hours that I allow myself to stream. I might finish that one wing that I was working on. It would be the wing on this side. I might finish that off stream today just to get it done. And then I'll work on the other wing tomorrow and we'll see how far I make it. And then hopefully it'll be done tomorrow on stream. We'll see. So on that note, I just wanted to say thank you everybody who joined. We had so many people in here today. Let me see if I can. Oh. Thank you. Scrolling on down the list, we had Acklog who joined. I know I'm kind of like hanging off the camera right now. Andre, Aris, Bliss, Dave, thanks for modding from the other room. Gareth, Herbert, Ishmeet, Jack, who is streaming next, so be sure to check out Jack Watson. I believe you're streaming today. Jan, Kareem, Katarina, Nick, Mercurial, Odari, Stanzen, Vanessa, who took off and went to bed, which is completely understandable. Oh, that was a yawn. I'm so sorry. I'm tired now. Oh, the coffee was not enough. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you. And I will see everybody tomorrow. If you are interested in seeing how this turns out, Give me a like, give me a follow. I'll be posting a full project for it from start to finish. You can watch the replays and everything. You'll see when I go live next. I don't always work on paper crafts. I'm primarily a digital artist, but this was a big paper craft I wanted to do. So, thank you everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye.